Okay, so I was gonna make two extra videos. I'm just gonna combine them. All right. So basically, I did address being called a pretendian on TikTok. I addressed it. I made two videos. Um, because two times in the last 2 years, two people who are native have called me a pretendian. Without one going to read my bio, and without two being the same age as me. So they're young, you know. And I want to state for the record before anybody gets pissed off, I do not hate any Native Americans for the actions of these two fuck knuckles. Okay? I'm mixed. Not one of my social medias, not one, says that I am a full blooded Native American. Not one. Not one. Even my stage name of Echo Fang Grey Wolf at 99 says that I am mixed. Alright? And I hadn't updated that bitch in a long time, so it should still say that I am mixed. Now, for job purposes, if the only characters I can play is a Native American character, on my honor, I would play that character to the letter. And I would pray that full-blooded natives and every native would give me the blessing to do the job that I want to do that makes me happy. I would pray for that. I would kill to be Jesse Blackcrow in a TV show. That's a hint from Marvel. I would kill to be American Eagle. Granted, all these guys are over 6 feet, and I'm not. So there's that. But I would kill to have those jobs. It would be an honor to have those jobs. As a mixed person, and a person who's mixed native as well as white and black, I've never denied my ethnicity. I've never denied my race. I've known I've been mixed for a very long time. Very, very long time. I'm 50. I didn't wake up yesterday and say, hey, today I'm going to be a full-blooded Native American from that magical black tribe that does not exist. There's no evidence that black people were here in the Americas first. There's no evidence. No scientific evidence. There's nothing. And for everybody pushing back against that, saying, we were here first, etc., etc., the natives of today are not the Native Americans of back in the day. It's funny how they can say that shit, but yet none of them know shit about a bow and arrow, a tomahawk, nothing. Spear. They don't know nothing about that shit. Nothing. They don't know about native weapons. They don't know anything. They might know the Haka for Samoan stuff. But as far as Native Americans on American soil, from the First Nations all the way down to the end of Chile, that's native land. And they know nothing about that shit. But they come up with all these fantastic, fabulous fabrication stories, which are fucking awesome. Great stories. All of it bullshit, but great stories. Giants, dragons, and lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. And then, yesterday I was in a live before I went to go see Godzilla. And some native girl, I don't know who she is. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna blame all natives for the actions of this dumb fucking bitch. Yes, I called her a dumb fucking bitch. And I'll do it again. She's a dumb fucking bitch. Just like the other asshole. Yes, I called him an asshole. Who came at me last year. You're a fucking pretendian. You're a fucking pretendian. You're a fucking pretendian. Well then, so fucking be it. I'll be your fucking pretendian. Because here's what you young fucks don't seem to understand. If you read my motherfucking bio at the top of this page, it says that I am black and Cherokee. Never does it say I am a Cherokee. It does not say that. See, that's that shit those pretendians are doing. So let's get this shit right. I am mixed. I acknowledge my mixedness. You can go to any one of my motherfucking videos on any one of my social medias and see that I say I'm mixed. I don't say I'm native. I have native ancestry. It's in the fucking bio. I have native ancestry. It doesn't say that. This one I'm pretty sure says Cherokee, just like Instagram, just like Facebook, just like TikTok. I'm pretty sure it says Cherokee. Not gonna change that until I find out that I'm actually Chickahominy and not Cherokee. But I could still be Cherokee because my grandmother on my mom's side was adopted black and native. So there's that. But on my father's side, my grandmother comes from Charles City. And that's a highly native population down there. So I can keep trying to please these people. I'm 50 years old. I don't have to answer these fucking kids on the internet. Now there are some adults over 50 that woke up and discovered, oh my god, I'm a fucking native. But they're not. Those are pretendians. Those are the ones that are phenotypically black not just in color, but in facial features, all that shit. And they're hollering that there was a tribe of black people who were here before the Native Americans got here. And I'll have you know that none of those sons of bitches have answered my question yet. Also, none of the black gods have showed outside my house. I issued a challenge last year. It never happened. I issued that challenge almost every time someone puts up a video talking about some black people are gods and we can fly and do all this shit. And then you got the Pretendians. We were gods. We were giants. We were 35 feet tall. We could walk into the ocean. We could do all this magical shit. We had dragons. We had telekinetic powers, telepathic powers. You see how far this is going down the rabbit hole. Egypt is in America. We were the first Egyptians. We were the Moors, the Hebrew Israelites, the Muslims, and the Berbers, and some other motherfuckers that I ain't never heard of. And I'm 50, so that shit's brand new to me. I never heard of fucking Berbers, and I'm in Virginia. Never heard of that shit. Not a day in my motherfucking life. Didn't hear about Moors and Hebrew Israelites. And for the record, I may be wrong, and if you're Native and you can confirm this, I don't believe the Bible mentions Native Americans. Like, at all. But apparently, to the Pretendians, the Bible's talking about Native Americans. But they're not natives of today. They're a clan of black people who somehow magically popped up over here in America before colonization. Before 1492, there was a black tribe here living 10,000 years, doing all the stuff, having all this technology, plus having giants, plus having dragons, plus obviously not being able to fight worth a fuck. They weren't warriors if they were a tribe. I can tell you, this is how I see it. You don't have to like it, but you will acknowledge this and you can agree or disagree. I'm okay if you disagree. But if you have 35 feet giants, you can control dragons with telepathic powers as well as dinosaurs. Well, we all know that humans and dinosaurs did not exist at the same fucking time. But hey, you know, let the Pretendians have that shit. So they got dinosaurs, they got dragons. The newest one is they have a griffin. They're also giants, and they're gods. But yet they're on social media instead of doing magnificent shit because they're gods. So my question is, if you are a god, why have you not answered my challenge so I can see if I can make a god bleed? If you are gods, why are you on social media? If you are gods, why can't you just manifest so everybody at the same time, all at once, can see that the earth is flat and that Egypt is in America and the Stargate? If you are gods, how do you lose to mere men, not once, but twice? And how do you wind up in chains beside those same mere men? Because, you know, you're gods. You could have stopped all the boats from coming to America. Lightning and water, you know, that thing. Water is a conductor. You know, it would like magnify when it hits lightning, or when lightning hits it. So you're gonna tell me people who had cannonballs, which would be about a marble to you if you're 35 feet tall. No, very big marble, maybe a bowling ball, but it would be small enough that you could bat that bitch away without hurting your hand. Well, you might get a couple of cinders because it's coming out of a fucking cannon with fire behind it. So, you know. How did you lose? How did you lose? To first, what happened to the dragons, and the dinosaurs, and telekinetic powers? And all the magic shit. What happened to all that shit? The Native Americans from Siberian, or today's Native, as they actually are called, they crossed an ice bridge, and they crossed the Pacific Ocean, and whooped y'all ass with tomahawks, which is a fucking rock around a stick. It's a fucking rock. No, a tomahawk, a real tomahawk. It's a rock with animal hide on a stick. It's sharp, which is why it was replaced with a hatchet when colonization happened. But it's a fucking rock. Understand that a tomahawk is literally a really sharp fucking rock with a hole in it and a stick jabbed through it. And then to secure it, animal hide has been strawed and drawed and stretched to wrap around the rock and the stick and it goes from top, wrapped around, around, wrap, around, wrap, around, and around, and then it's wrapped one more time, and then around, and then it's wrapped all the way down. And you're gonna tell me you're a 35-foot giant with a fucking dragon, and one little guy with a bow and arrow, and a fucking rock with a stick, and a stone-tipped knife with a stick tied with animal hide, and a bow and arrow, a bow with this giant stick, animal hide for the rope, and the sticks for the arrows, and the arrowheads are made of stone, tipped, very sharp. And you're gonna tell me you're a 35-foot giant, and you got your ass kicked by a dude with a rock and a stick and stone-tipped spears. Then y'all turned around. I guess you lost all your fucking dragons and all your superpowers. And then you shrank. And then the Europeans came. And then they kicked your ass. And put you in the same chains beside Africans. Did y'all say? But y'all are the original Americans. And yet, in a live yesterday, because none of my videos say I'm those people, I do admit to being black, but I'm not an Aboriginal. But you know, they coming at me and saying I'm a fucking pretendian. Yet the pretendians, they don't do nothing for natives. They don't say nothing about land back other than we're gonna take the land that you're on. We're gonna own the land because it's our land and we were here first, etc., etc. Maybe y'all don't remember when I drew some of these. You know, they're on my TikTok too. But you know, what's that say? Let's read it together, shall we? Native justice now. Native blood seeps out for justice. Oh, y'all probably can't see that. But I'm the pretendian. But I'm fighting for native rights, which will work against my best interests if I was a fucking pretendian, by the way. Then we got, what's that? Oh my. Look at that shit. It's about MMIP. You know, please respect all of the following movements. MMI, WNG, MMIP, MIG, and Two Spirits. Please support them now. But yet, I'm the fucking pretendian. You know. Which again, this is my nephew's company. So I obviously grabbed the wrong stack as well as the right stack. Young Savage. It needs to go in the back. Alright. Legendary Giant Wars. This is a Native American folklore where Sasquatch and natives fought side by side against giants. Again, it is folklore. More Young Savage stuff. Make sure I put that at the back. And then there's this one. Honor the treaties. This was for the Navajo Nation, by the way. Yeah. Honor the treaties. The water rights. Yeah. Can't see that word Navajo Nation? Yeah. But again, in case you're not up to speed, they're 9 months in. They're 9 months in without water. 9 months and 4 days, by the way. Maybe more. But I'm the pretendian. You know, I'm fighting for native causes, which works against me if I'm one of the aboriginals, you know, because land first and all that shit. But I'm not a fucking aboriginal. I'm not a fucking pretendian. I do have native ancestry, but I am not a full-blooded native, and never have I claimed to be one. But to this bitch and this fucker, who are probably hunting me down right now, I have never in my life claimed to be a full-blooded Native American. I am part black, I am part white, and I am part Native. And as long as this channel has been up, and as long as Kung Fu Havoc #1 has been up, happy hunting at finding a video where I actually say that I am 1000% Native. Because I'm not. Never have been. No, I never will be. But this is that thing. You would much rather come against a mixed person who's claiming his native lineage, but not trying to get the land from you, than go after the pretendians who are dancing around in chicken feathers. Don't know what the fuck a bow and arrow is. Don't know what the fuck a tomahawk is. But they have war bonnets with feathers that they have not earned. But y'all are coming after me and saying I'm the pretendian. But not one time have I ever turned my back on the Native Americans for doing that shit. So if you're Native and you're watching this, I am not against any Native American for the actions of these two pieces of filth who would rather call me a pretendian instead of side with me and fight the pretendians. But there's hatred in every group. And this goes on to the second part of the video. The songs I made about wanting to be accepted, about being accepted. It's people like that that have made me hate being mixed, that have made me pray every fucking night of my life for 50 fucking years that I could be a full-blooded Native American. It's people just like that that get up on these fucking apps, and you can see that I'm mixed Native. You can see the shit. But these motherfuckers are hell-bent on saying I'm a fucking pretendian. Not one of them have watched one of my videos with those very drawings on them, back when I used to paint them before my hand started shaking. No, they just come right at me. You're a fucking pretendian, motherfucker. You're a pretendian. Who's your ancestors? You don't even know who the fuck my ancestors is. What you need to do is respect the fact that I'm a 50-year-old man, and before you existed, I was the one being called half-breed. I was the one being called mutt. I was the one being called chief for 3 years by a white dude. And when I asked my white boss to ask him to stop, my white boss replied to me, "The customer is always right." But where were y'all? See, you motherfuckers that are calling me pretendians, where were y'all when I'm sitting here at 16, 17, and 18 years old? 16, 17, 19, because technically you can't really count being 16 for 3 years. But this white dude, he's playing 5 country music songs. Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, I just don't think you understand. That was the other one. And the thunder rolls and the lightning strike. I got friends in low places, gonna go on down to the oasis. And then there was the tush push. I don't remember that, but I remember the song. And then finally, the only song that I didn't mind hearing was from Alan Jackson. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, where me and the girls, we did the oochie coochie. I'm pretty sure that's not how the song goes. Shout out to Alan Jackson. But the point being made is that my boss, a white man, literally looked in my face and told me, the customer's always right. Even though this motherfucker called me chief for 3 fucking years straight. 3 years. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 3 fucking years. This motherfucker knew when I came to work and knew when I left work. And called me chief every day. Big ass name tag on there says James. Don't call me chief. And I begged this man, don't call me chief. I know I'm part Native. You don't have to rub that shit in my face. And then I talked about other things on my TikTok, how I've been the victim of racism from blacks and whites and natives. Counting the 2 motherfuckers that's gotten me on TikTok. Just 2. I have some natives that actually like me on TikTok and understand that I am mixed native. And they haven't treated me like dog shit. But the natives that I'm speaking of don't like black people, apparently, or they don't like mixed with black people. But I've never denied my blackness. I have said plenty of times on this damn YouTube, when I record these things, it's titled, Things That Make Me Ashamed to Be Black. Things That Make Me Ashamed to Be White. You only see one video with Miss Rainbird that says, Things That Make Me Ashamed to Be Native. That's only one. Of all videos, that's only one. Where everyone else is, it's either black or it's white because of the shit that they do and wind up on the news. Because when a black person does something fucked up, every black person feels it. When a white person does something fucked up, White people can actually walk away with that shit with like no casualties and no consequences. But black people, if one black person fucks up, all black people suffer. Even if they weren't even anywhere near that shit. It only takes one rumor to cause a collapse of a country or chaos to take place. It only costs one. And it only takes 1 second to fucking destroy your life. Just 1 second. But to these people who think I'm a pretendian, I do have native lineage. I'm not trying to get your land back. And I'm pretty sure I don't have enough native blood to fucking count. Because if they're doing blood quantum, they're not gonna let me back into the fucking tribe. I gotta find the fucking tribe first. It's either Cherokee or Chickahominy. That's it. That's all I got. I got folklore. I have an axe. Well, a hatchet. Same fucking concept, but it was my great grandmother's, who was native. I have her folk stories. I have stories of her and her brothers running through the wilderness in their fucking moccasins. That's it. I got to see her for 10 years of my life, from 1973 to 1983. And you can knock out the first 5 because I was a baby. But I sat at her knees before her legs were amputated from gangrene, and I listened to her. Do I remember everything clearly? Fuck no. That's why I say I got some folklore. I can't say I got all folklore. I got some stories of her and her brother John, but she has more than one brother. Do I remember all those motherfuckers? I was a child. You know how much attention a child pays to? I got good at kung fu. I can remember every martial art move I've ever done. I can remember every time I punched someone in the face. But I can't remember simple shit that she told me when I was a fucking child. I remember what she looks like. I remember her legs getting amputated. And yeah, she had chinky eyes too. Before anybody goes to me about my eyes. I remember her. I will not give you her name, but I remember her. I named one of my characters after her first name in my Sundown book that I'm still working on, which I wanted to be finished by last month, but shit happens. Update on my aunt who fell. She's okay. She's in a rehab center, and I talked to her today. But I did address this pretendian shit. You can go to any of my social medias. I promise you it's going to say Black and Cherokee. Some of them might have white written on there, but for the most part, it does say Black and Cherokee. In every fucking one of them. All the way back down to fucking MySpace. The only thing that doesn't really say anything is my email. Because they don't need to know all that shit for your email. They just ask you your fucking name and a password. I don't even know if my emails have profiles. I should probably check that out. But yeah, for the most part, every one of my social medias, MySpace, Facebook, KIK, fucking Instagram, TikTok. I don't have a Snapchat yet. I'm still debating it. Somebody tell me about Snapchat in the comments so I can decide if I'm going to get one. I had a Twitter. I'm suspended or banned or both. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I am Echo Fan Greywolf. Oh yeah, hold on. Before we go any further than that, my government name is James Williams Jr. My stage name is Echo Fan Greywolf. Because of the 20 years of my life that I've been getting into this acting business, James Williams Jr. hasn't gotten shit. Echo's not too far behind, but Echo has gotten a lot closer than James Williams Jr. I've decided to use my Native American heritage to my advantage. For you guys who are coming at me with pretendians, there was a movie filmed here. 2 of them. But one of them specifically, there was a Native American casting director. And I didn't want to be Native. I didn't use my Native heritage then. I should have. I might actually be working now. And I was dumb. I was 20-something years old. 23, matter of fact. They came and they filmed this movie called Evan Almighty. And so this was the line. This guy, and this guy, this guy, and then me. This guy, and this guy. They got in. The line stopped right here. The Native American lady is who cut the line and said, okay, everybody from this guy back, you can go home. This is the last 2 guys we're taking in. And so we had to go home. As she walks past me, she goes, hey. And I said, yes, ma'am. She says, are you Native? I said, no, ma'am. I'm mixed Native. I'm not full-blood Native. I have Native ancestry. And she goes, well, you can pass. And we're filming Conquest. 1492 down in North Carolina. You should get down there. And I said, ma'am, I don't have a car. I don't have the means to get down there. So I didn't use my Native American heritage no matter how many casting calls I went on. Ever. And I probably should have, because then I would be working now. And maybe the pretendians would actually give me some fucking respect. Or let me rephrase that. The people who are calling me a pretendian may actually have given me some fucking respect. Maybe. Maybe not. But this just goes to show you that no one is above racism. No one is above hatred. And for the two natives that call me pretendian, I don't owe you a fucking thing. I'm not out here fighting against natives. I'm fighting for natives. I'm not out here trying to take the land from natives. I'm trying to make sure that the Navajo Nation gets their fucking water rights back. Again, they're 9 months and 4 days, maybe 5 days in. Just in case you aren't fucking aware of that, while you're too busy trying to call me out as being a fucking pretendian. Are you trying to help fight the Navajo way to get the Navajo their water rights back? Or you just decide, hey, let's get on the internet and let's get this mixed breed motherfucker. We're gonna get him. When there's not one video on my social media accounts saying that I am 1,000% native, like that small tribe of black people who claim that they are originals and pretendians, which is what they are, because they woke up at 40 and 50 during the fucking pandemic and decided, hey, you know, today I'm going to be a Native American. Well, here's the thing, and I'm going to get off of here, and this will be the title of this. I was mixed before social media. I'll be mixed when this shit is no more. Will you still be alive to fight the fight? Or will you be too busy trying to track down a dead man to prove that I was a fucking pretendian? Pick your battles carefully, motherfuckers, because you might actually prove that I'm probably more native than I thought. But that's up to you. If you want to do something stupid, don't waste your fucking life battling people on the internet about who the fuck you think they are. I know I have native ancestry. It's probably that much. Doesn't mean I don't have it. Thank you for watching. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Africa number 2. Be seeing you.